So burnt umber, titanium white, Indian yellow, cadmium yellow, can be a hue for that one, don't worry. Alizarin crimson, yep, it's a red, it's alizarin crimson. Okay, right, let's paint the scene. I'm going to draw it up a little bit. So I've got just a pointed round. This one I made muddy earlier, so that's fine. And I'm going to mix some of the red, some liquid. I'm going to put some liquid on that brush, just over here somewhere I think today. I want some of that alizarin crimson in there, and I want some of the burnt umber in there, and it's sort of an off browny red. Nice and thin, it doesn't have to be thick. I don't want to leave any marks in this paint. I just want to be able to sketch up what I want to put on here. So it's never good to put a horizon line in the middle. I'm sure you already know that compositionally. It's never a good idea. And so we're not going to do it on here either. So there's about the middle. I'm going to stay away from that line. Yeah, so let's put the water line, where are we going to go? The water line just above that. So there's a water line around about there. Just above that, somewhere there. If you can make it straight on yours, it will help you later. Yeah, I don't think that looks particularly straight on mine, but it's okay, I'm doing my hand. Yep. Then there's some more land, and you try and, we're just trying to put in the details on here. So there's a grass bank and another line. It sort of runs through here a little way. There we go. There's a pathway or something up there. I'm just going to mark it in for myself. There's no thickness to these lines at all. They're just guides. Unlike when I first started showing you things, we didn't paint any lines. When we're doing the wet on wet technique, we just hit the canvas with brushes. But I figured you wanted the more traditional way of doing these things, so you mark them out first. Right, where are we going? Let's put the tree in, that'll be a big marker. So off this line here. You've got to be on the big screen anyway, you can see that, can't you? I'm not in the way of that. There we go. So somewhere here there's a tree, maybe I'll bring it in a bit further. Do you think so? Anyway, so with one of these lines here, I'm actually going to put a tree cutting through that. That'll be nice. I think I'll have a tree right there. That'll be nice. It's right on that line. Anything you can match up on a couple of these points will really help us later on. It's just nice. There's probably a more scientific term for that, but just nice. Right, we've got a tree, and I'm going to cut it through that line as well. That point there, I quite like. So if I bend this tree a little bit, you can do any tree you want, by the way. Don't feel you've got to do my tree. I'm just going to do a tree, right? It's going to go. It's going to go off this way, I think. It needs to be a bit more bendy because it's a willow tree, right? There we go. Something like that. A little bit of a bend. The main body of this tree, now let's do the back. That would really help. Let's do the back of this tree. There we go. There we go. There's a tree, a limb. There we go. And then, oh yeah, straight up that line. That'll be good. Something just off that line. We'll have another branch. There. Oh, hello. That's all right. With trees, try and make them thicker at the bottom, and as they go to the top, like branches do, thinner. It just makes them look and feel more real. There we go. A bit of a wave in there, that's absolutely fine. Willow trees do that sort of thing. Just marking it in. And you can have a couple of branches off here if you want. So that'll be my main body there. There's the tree. Yep. Now I'm told a good trick for painting a tree in water. If we put the water bit in first, I'll show you a trick. See if this resonates with you. See if you can follow me. Right. So this water bank comes down. and it sort of goes off here somewhere. Yeah. And yep, okay, let's do that. I know. Just for the others while they're waiting for the mirror technique to appear. Right, there's one tree there, and I was thinking about, hang on, let's finish this tree. So it's a bit thicker at the bottom here. You can go up there, and then we'll do another one, not on the centre, not in the middle between the two. Let's put it off a bit. Change his angle, because he'll be interested, and we'll bring him up to there. There we go. You can be a bit angled as well. Different angle. There we go. Different angle. We'll bring him down in front. This one will go behind. This one will come in front. There we go. Something just like that. And if there's any sticks you fancy putting in, yeah, right on the back of the brush. If I can just stop my hand from shaking, which is a really helpful thing, by the way. And these branches tend to lean over in the end. There we go. We'll probably cover that up, but I'll just put that in there a little bit. All right. Let's give it a base. A bit more of a tree there, base. There we go. Good. It moves more freely. Right, let's put some behind this tree. There's a dark part right above the two lines. There's a lovely dark patch there. Just in there. Oh, that actually might not be dark enough. A bit more blue. A bit more blue. You can desaturate a little bit with a touch of white. I'm just going to have a look at what colour that goes. I bet it goes mint green, I think. No, it's alright. More blue than green. Yeah. Because the phthalo green is transparent, so it will look a little off. So I'm gonna make mine a little bit darker. There you go. Now I've got a darker colour in there. Smidgen of white. Yeah, I just want to desaturate some of that a little bit. If it starts going too green, add more blue. So I just want it to be a little bit bluer up here. Yeah. There we go. And I'm just going to push this in along this black back edge. There we go. Yeah, all the way under these trees. Just out that line. Go. And as with every in oil paintings, you normally, no rule is hard and fast, but if you paint from back to, and you come forward, so you paint the furthest things away first, and then come all the way forward, it's a lot easier. You can judge the tones and everything else as you come forward. There we go, that goes under there. It's a bit blue, isn't it, on mine? It's very blue on there. Maybe I should add some burnt umber. Let me try that. I think that will work. Yeah, that will happen. Just a little bit. A bit of burnt umber in that corner as well. A little bit of white. I think. Lovely still? Excellent. Well done. Good. What time's tea today? Just thought I'd ask. 2? Okay. You have to shout at me. You have to shout at me because I've got to watch that I can see it's under here. I can't see it. Thank you. Right, now I'm going to move into the green. A bit more of that. Bit more of that now. Bring that up there. Just on top. Not much difference on my palette, is there? No. Is it a bit more phthalo, yeah? Right, I'm going to start with you can wipe your brush out with a bit of towel if you want, or you can use that colour you've got right now, and I recommend it. So if you've got more of a phthalo in there, just put more phthalo in there. And behind these trees, right at the top, I'm going to drop down some of this phthalo. I'm just going to start dropping some of it, and you can go through your branches, it doesn't matter. You know they're there, I know they're there, they're there. And I'm pulling straight down for this. It'll help us later. In the corner. There we go. Oh, I tell you what, while we're there, add a little bit of the two together, it gives you black. And the magic about that black, the thinner it goes, it becomes transparent. Yeah, very handy for shadows. For shadows you normally want to flatten and make disappear into the background. Absolutely phenomenal. But look at the difference, I mean that's red, this is the colour here. There's your blue-green, but there's the red and the phthalo green put together and it goes black. I'm just going to pull some of that down because I need some darkish things in there. Yeah, some more. Yeah, more. It's very dark under that tree. Very dark. And I need something that's taller. We like dark in corners. I'm just pulling it straight down. I want to give you the idea that this, the foliage on other trees is going downwards. I want to give the viewer that idea too. That'll be nice. Just a few patches of that. Yeah, that's a lovely dark patch over here. We can use that black. Just in here, I think it goes. Just there. There's a bush or something there. It's all in shadow. It's very, very dark. Lovely. While we've got that black on our brush. There is a waterline. Where are you? There. Oh, more paint. It's not coming off more liquid, well, a little bit more liquid. A lot more paint. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw that line across there. Yeah. I'm sharpening that, by the way, folks. I'm pulling the brush down. Just chiseling that edge. It becomes like a little point. Can you see that? So push it flat. Oh, it's got to be a contortionist here. And that will allow me to draw my very, very dark line all the way along here. And then whatever I do up here, although it doesn't quite reflect in there, it is darker. There'll be some dark in this bottom, so I'm going to pull that up. Yep, and I'm pulling this straight up, folks. Right? Just pulling that straight up a little bit there. Some in this corner as well. Just a little bit. I just want something on the bottom that shows me where we're going to go later. Yeah. So you can just wipe all the rest of that black off just a little bit along this edge. Cleans the brush. And you've got to wipe it out or waste it. Oh, there you go. Lovely. Brush a little bit darker here somewhere, and on that edge. On the bottom, yeah. Okay. Lovely. There you go, she had a mess now, how about that? So serious. It is serious. Mix up some brown. So, going over here to my burnt umber. I need some liquid in there. Just a little bit, just to help it move. There we go. Let's put the dark in. So this tree, let's put him in there. So I'm imagining he's going to be in around about here. There we go. First burnt umber, yep. It's a brown dark, but it's not black. So it'll work lovely. There we go. So put the main trunk in. Something like that. And you can shape him. If you want to shape him a bit, just put under the liquid. You want it to stick to the canvas, but still move a bit. You can shape that tree like you would in pencil drawing or anything else. Whichever way you think it should go. Give that a little twist in there. Yeah. Especially around the branches, whichever way, because it is a cylinder, these trees, limbs are cylinders. Yep, brown, yep. Goes like the page. Yeah. Yeah. This is where you can tidy your shape up you drew earlier. You can make any shape you want. I guarantee there is a shape of your tree you're painting right now somewhere in the world. If you go, that looks wrong, a couple of weeks' time you're bumping at that tree. It will prove you that it will do whatever it wants, it's nature. It doesn't care. Yeah, somewhere in the world though, there's a tree that looks exactly like the one you're painting. Whether you think it looks right or not, it doesn't matter, I promise you. There'll be a tree out there. Yeah, you've got some tree, you've got some sticks. You can chisel that edge and make it, or you can go back to your little pointed round if you've got one of them. One of these guys, that's a pointed round. Yeah, one of them. You can draw your sticks in with that, or if you've got a strip lining, you can use those as well. There's nothing wrong with any of these. I'm just going to twist that paint off of this, just a little bit. If I roll it, the paint sticks to the canvas. Creates a little bit of texture maybe. So people pay more for texture. They do. You go to any gallery, they'll go, it's more for a textured one. Yeah. Right, with that brush. Should I do this now or should I do it later? Should we put one in now and we'll have a look later? Yeah, there we go. We'll put one up there. Just something, anything. Thicker here, and as you come along, just lift the brush up so it's putting less of it down on the canvas. There you go. And the more wiggly your hand is at this point, the better off you are. That's another famous person, far more famous than I. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. Yep. Let's go. You alright? Got a tree? Yeah? Yeah? You look confused. Are you okay, sir? We haven't met before, have we? No, you carry on, sir. I'm sure whatever you're doing is fantastic. I am not to judge. I'm here to help. You've got a tree. That's all I ask for. You're doing great. You keep going. It doesn't matter. It's fine. You've got it. Absolutely. No, you've got it. No, beautiful. Right. Let's do the underside of the tree. Oh, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Right. I've got my brown, and I'm still going to use that brown hard enough. And I'm going to put this brown. Right? This is getting your pent up tension out of you. Bob Brushes works best for this. And I am going to drop that in there. Right? Look at that mess. Look at that. And I am tapping those poor little bristles. I do feel guilty about this one. This is just plain brown. This is just plain brown. Now it's combining techniques. I'm feeling proud. I'm feeling proud. I will if it works. Right? I feel good if it works, but look, I'm just going to tap. I am tippy tapping all of this down here. I want a dark base. And these brushes make just a lovely little brushy, grassy effect. Right? I'm using quite a lot of thick paint here. I am. And I can push up as well. You can push up on this brush. He doesn't care. I'm after the texture. Remember the grass we did last week? I'm after the texture again. Yeah. As we come forward, more texture, bigger pushes. This was all light taps up here. This was just like, oh, tappy tap tap. Yeah. Somebody's been watching too much Happy Gilmore. Okay, generational joke, that's fine. I have kids who like watching goofy programs. If you haven't watched a golfing program called Happy Gilmore, I recommend it with Adam Sandler. It's very funny. It's very silly. It's about a hockey player who can't get into hockey because he hits too hard, but makes out to be a really good golfer. There we go. But he brings all the profanity with it. So just mind your ears, mind the kids. So serious. So serious today, folks. You are. So we tap that in, right? Yeah? You all with me on that? We're all good? I'm just going to strengthen that line. I'm actually going to draw a line under this for that bank. Just a little bit. I'm going to cut it away a little bit. There you go. There's the line. I'm just going to draw it out. So serious today. Oh, very handy. Very useful. Yep. So I've got a grey in there. So white, ultramarine blue, burnt umber. There's your grey. Chisel that end. I'm going to put these trees in right here. And these are going to be a browny grey. There we go. Just a little bit. This one's a little bit nearer, so a bit darker, but still not as brown as this. How do you want to put it? How do you want to put it? You decide. You decide how you want that tree in the background to look. There he goes. So turning the brush down, there he goes. Here he is. Yeah, and he was in the brush, that one. That was good. Yep. So that burnt umber and ultramarine blue, perfect. Well, that colour is never as strong as the one above it. So this will be a lighter brown. And I'm going to pull down. This is going to be a pull down, if I can. Yes, I can. I can do it. You can do it. I can do it. We're all good. We're getting it. Yep. You might have to, as you come down, twist the brush a bit, because you want vertical lines. Yep. Here we go. Got mine, how are you? Got yours? Where are we going? Right, I've cleaned that brush out, so I wiped it out on the brush. Didn't do very much else, I just wiped it out. And we need to do some green. So we're going to mix up this ultramarine, blue, some of that, some of the cad yellow, and I'm looking for a green. And because my brush had brown in it, it'll probably muddy it a little bit, and I quite like that. That's a more natural green. Yep, cadmium yellow, the bright one, not the orange one. The orange one we're going to use for leaves. Yeah. But if you use that mucky brush we just had, yeah, see, you get a dull brown, a dull green. Just knocks the edge off that green, off the yellow and the blue, which is nice. Yep. So ultramarine blue, cadmium yellow, which is the bright yellow. Use that muddy brush. If you don't, maybe add some of the burnt umber in there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we've got green. I don't want it too bright. I want it that darker colour. This time, just make sure I'm not in trouble yet. No, not. We've got half an hour till tea, right? Half an hour till half an hour till tea break for you. Is it now? We'll do this bit and then you guys can go. I'm sorry, yeah, right, let's punch this in. Right, so on this bank, right in the middle here, again, you might want to use your tappy tap. It's up to you. You can just tap this colour in. There's one at the back, and I'm going to leave that there. Right? A little bit along this edge, and I realise that you're all painting on something much smaller than me. So there's just a border of difference between the two. That one goes in there. There we go. That one goes in there. Just a little bit. That one goes in there. Goes all the way across for now. You might not stay all the way across there, but we'll on it. Right, so you've got that green there. Right, and you've tapped it. Yeah. Just in the background, come right up to the tree, it doesn't matter. Yep. And then I'm going to add a little bit more cadmium, the bright yellow. Brighten it up. And a bit of white maybe. Knock it back a bit. Yeah, that looks really nice. You know, it's a new colour. Should have kept the old colour, but I didn't. And then that one goes in here. As it comes forward, that one's going to go there. Should we just punch that one in? That'll be quicker. There you go. Let's just literally paint it across. More paint. Paint across. Last layer out of tappy tap. This one will be flat. I want you to get into your tea. I know I'm in trouble here. I know how much trouble I'm going to be in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, not past tea break, Leon. Come on. Don't be messing with tea breaks. You know, George Lucas, that famous, I don't know, he made something famous, right? He once had a total meltdown about the tea breaks on British film sets. Absolutely lost the plot. Because they basically went on strike, I think. It's, yeah. Yeah. Don't tell him I told you, but yeah, he wasn't used to that. He's used to working with the Americans, and they don't do tea breaks. They work until the project's done. But not over here. Not to our studios. Not Leavesden. It would have been Pinewood. I should know that. Yeah. Kicked over the tea cart and everything in frustration. Yep. Right, stop there, folks. Stop there. If you punch that green in, there we go. And I'm pulling it just the bottom that way of this hilly thing. More paint. I'm not paint on this. Stop there. Go get your. We pick up that green brush. We want green now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, darker, slightly darker green this time though, if you don't mind. We're going to go lighter again, and then I'm going to put green on top of this grass. All right, and if you flex the brush up a bit, it'll split just a little bit. It will split and just create some grassy type texture up there. That's what I want. Might need more paint though, because the brown's really absorbing that. Green little ones. Yeah. Yeah. But not as dark as the brown. We need to be able to see it on going in here. Right there. If I brighten mine a little bit, you might be able to see it, right? There are better brushes for this, I can wholeheartedly tell you the Bob Ross brush is better at this. I'm bending it just a little bit. I'm putting that green right there. This is blue and green. Yeah, blue and green. Blue and green. Yeah. A bit more on the yellow side now. I just want to put some grassy in here. I'm pushing up on that top layer, and then I'm going to tap on the next one. This is just for speed. That brown should pick that green off for you, he said, hopefully. Is it not? It's not looking like grass. It's fine. Just keep loading the brush. More paint. More paint. Don't want to pull that brown off. I just want to lay this grass in here. You can tap if you like. If the tap was working better, use the tapping method. Because we're going to go back in a second. We're going to texturise it. I just want to, actually, we're going to texturise it, right? So, yeah. So, gently going to brush some of this green on here. Right? There we go. Gently. If that brown comes off too much, wipe your brush, pick up the green again. Just trying to speed through it. I'm realising I shouldn't be doing the wet stuff so much. I'm meant to be showing you more painterly ways. Can't help it. Go for speed sometimes, that's all there is to it. Yeah, so we get some green on there. Very, very muddy down there, isn't it? Put a bit too much on maybe. We live and learn. Yeah. It should just tap off the brush though. It should tap off the brush. Just want some of that brown, pick the paint off for me. That's all. As I come forward, I'm going to get a little bit greener. A bit more yellow. Add more yellow in there. Is that alright? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have used this brush. I'm looking at it thinking I can do better with a different brush. Now I can. That's alright. We'll make it hard first, then we'll show you the easy way, huh? Is that alright? Yeah, go on, Leah. You're okay. Yep. So all that all tapped in. Yep. I want lots of yellow, and I want some of the whites to make a really yellowy green, very pale. And this time, lots of it, a little bit of liquid. I just want to add a lighter shelf along this, because this should be drying by now. If I gently brush this along here, it should lighten it, is it? Pull it in the direction of the hills. There we go. That becomes very painterly all of a sudden. There you go. Just going to add a little bit of that to this edge here, lighten it. So I've got a dark edge in here. More paint. It's not coming off the brush, more paint. Cover that under the underpainting and the any holes you might have. There we go. Hillside, just in there. A bit more yellow, a bit more blue, and a bit pale. How's that? It was definitely not a happy sound just then. Okay. All out to that tree. Cover up any bits that I might have messed up. With oil paints, you could always, if something goes horribly wrong, you can either scrape it off, leave it there and come back, because you've used liquid tomorrow and play again. It'll be completely happy with it. Just use the same amount of liquid again in the paint. It'll stick to it, no problem. Oh, I've got a hole. I've got a hole there. I'm just going to fill that hole up with some of the dark paint I made earlier. There you go. Let's fill that hole up. There we go. Another hole. Yep. A bit more of a hole over there. Just fill in the holes. Perfect. Right, fan brush done. Fan brush. One of these things? Yeah. Yeah. Really, really, really fun to use. I'm going to get a bigger one. There you go, that's better. It's more the size I need. Painting a little bit bigger than most of you, not everybody. Yeah? So we've got all these nice greens mixed up all over the place, which is kind of good. And we need to put in the background. So we're painting most of the background. I know we've come really quite close with this foreground. If you want to really make this grass look much better, run it through some of that lighter colour. If you need more yellow, let me know, because I'm just about to run out. So I'm mixing, pulling the brush down and loading it up. Just the tips though, not loading up the whole brush. Just the tips of that thing. Right? And that, if I pull down, or no, correction, pull up on this one. If I get it right, I can teach you properly, right? Little bit, it pulls up a little bit at the back because it's very, very far away. Very, very far away. And as you come here, don't forget to keep loading that brush. So then just leave a little bit of a gap, hopefully where the darks are, maybe where a mark you didn't like is, and you bring that up. You're right, you're looking. Oh, I'm not there, am I? I'm sorry, let's do it over here then. Is that better? I'm on here. What I'm doing is I'm pulling up where I think the grass is standing up at different angles. This fan brush is phenomenal at that. It is. It's your friend. I'm not going to want to talk to the brush, but it's my friend, okay? Don't listen to her, I'll talk to you later. So serious into that canvas. Because it's yellow, it'll just stand up a little bit. There you go. There they come. Really lovely, easy, quick way of making grass and grasses and all sorts of things. There we go. Just by using the very scratching this paint, scratching it, and the nearer it gets to you, probably the longer the grass is, unless the gamekeeper was really good and he's gone around and mowed this edge, which he didn't do for mine. He didn't, and that means I've got longer grasses at the front here. Let me back you up a little bit. Yeah, how'd you find your fan brush doing that for you? Good, good. By the edges is the way to go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Is that okay? That opens up. If you hit, actually, let's do the background first. Smash it by all means, but what I want to do, I want to get back on the handle of the fan brush, and I want to start just dragging down through this dark area that I put on earlier, straight down. It's not a windy day, and I want to create some of these streaks. And you wondered how I did it. And this is exactly how I did that over there. Yeah? This is go through and add a dark one. So if you go dark first, it doesn't matter. But everywhere you can see that sky, well, in the sky, we want to cover it up. I am covering it up. Look at that. And I'm going to streak it. I'm just dragging it through the paint that's already on there. And as long as I bring it in from the top, and you can give it a little wiggle if you want, because, you know, they're not all going to be perfectly sitting down for us or laying down for us. Yeah? Has everyone got a fan brush to play with this on your palette now? And what I'm doing is I'm just dragging it down, literally dragging it down here. Look at that. I am putting this green in absolutely everywhere. Dragging it down. Look, there's my brush. Look, there's colours in it. Everywhere. And I'm going to drag that downwards. Just here. I'm going to drag it down here. The canvas, because it's got lots of lovely little bumps in it, it's going to pick that up for me. Absolutely, it's going to pick it all up. Try not to cover your bushes down at the bottom here, once we put in the blue colour. I'm going to drag that down, pull down there. I'm going to change it up, I'm going to throw some phthalo green in there, a really dark one. Let's change that up a bit, make it dark back here. Add some blue in there, I think maybe a bit darker than that even is good. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Dark in that bit. Dark. A little bit over my trunk. You might have to just brush in those edges. So one time go through the dark, next time go through the light. You can wriggle it. It doesn't matter if you catch some of the brown of the tree and you bring that down, honestly, it doesn't matter. I think it adds to it. Yep. This is just the background. We are just throwing the background in here. vertical lines because that's the shape we're trying to portray. It's a little bit darker on the background here, so let's put that in. It's darker, a bit more blue, a bit more phthalo. Yeah. Just behind this, just under this tree, make that a little darker in there. Just gently scratching away. Well, that didn't sound like a happy sigh. Is everyone all right? I heard that one over here. I'm in trouble. Yeah, darker. Darker off to the edges. Bring that all the way down. There we go. And you should be starting to get a nice mix of different greens. Is it happening for you? Yes. Good, 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 good. All right. Yeah. Please do take your photo. Like I said, I'll try and record it for you, especially for those people on here today. I really wanted this one because we painted the CC first. No, you go for it.
Sorry, I don't want to.
No, it's fine. If you turn the camera over, you get a bigger picture. Right? You're welcome.
It's beautiful.
Hope it's helping.
I thought it was yellow.
It will be. We ain't got there yet. Wait for it. No, it's all good. It's all good. Right, you can add some white to that as well. Just a little bit though. Less mint. Yes. There we go. There's your mint green. And these ones. Here we go. So I had my original mix here. I added some yellow, but then I threw in white. Alright? And it went a very, very minty colour, so I brought it back with a bit more yellow. You can even throw some of your orange in there now. I don't want to get too muddy with colour, but that's that might create something a little bit different. And I'm just bringing that down, and I'm going to twist the brush a little bit. Just there. Just down towards the bottom, where I think, yeah, bring a few waves in this now. Just here, this is where the lightest part is. A bit more white, a bit more yellow. White and yellow, there it is. Hopefully in the camera. Just to get the tips, I'm going to smash that on this now, just to break them up, make them a bit more random. I'm going to pull them down. And I've got, in my original photo, I've got an arc of this yellow, and he comes down here. And that's the texture we're looking at. We're trying to add texture early on. We're scratching this surface. It's being picked up by the canvas, and it's just depositing a little tiny bit. Right, I'm just marking out where I'm going to put that really, really light bit, just there. And while I've got that on the brush, I'm going to mark it in the water right here. So, pulling down, the water here actually does two different moves. When you paint water, it likes to go horizontal. So as long as you don't bend it, and we're going to keep this one vertical. There we go, here comes our light colour, right in here. I'm going to keep it, I'm going to match what I've probably done in there, I hope. I'm going to try. There we go, there it is. There's some of that, I'm using the light colour at the moment. Yep, you can pull it up or you can take it down, it doesn't matter. There's a really, really light spot in here I'm going to put in. A bit more yellow, a bit more white perhaps. Yeah, very, very pale. Right in behind this tree, which will make it pop out. Not in front of the tree, it's behind the tree, but it's there. Just a little way down for now. We'll work on that. Let's show you the sunlight's just catching the bottom of these areas. Oh, that's a big one. That one there. Oh, okay, go over. That one's going over the branch now, it doesn't matter. If you want to put the branch back in, you can. If you don't. Leave it off. We'll get to it next week. Yep. Twist it a little bit. There we go. There it is. And then whatever you did on the top, you want to bring back as a mirror reflection for that one. So where I put that white in by that tree, I know down here somewhere, it's going to have these vertical, vertical right here. There we go. That comes off there. And it's a bit of an arc. This way goes this way, this one goes this way. As long as you give that a rough idea, no one's going to count how many brush marks you're doing. A bit more pale, a bit more phthalo. Goes a bit. Sorry, let me mix it up there. Very, very minty. Phthalo. Very minty. It also makes it look like it's further away. There's a nice patch in here. Just in there. That minty green. And that minty green needs to go in the top a little bit as well. So in here. Put that in there. How's that? You're following along? This to just make some marks for myself. Yep. It is a very minty green. Very minty. You can go blue or red. It's still here. Look at that. Full of colour. Look at that poor thing. Minty green. There we go. Just dragging that down a bit. Right, now I'm going to mix up what you've done, some light up here maybe. There's a nice little light bit up here. I want to fill that up, that little bit there. Just in the background, this is all background. We're getting ready for the foreground. The foreground will be mostly next week, just in case any of you are worried. I did it deliberately, obviously, so I get more people next week. No, I didn't. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It builds up over time. Right, up here there is more of a tree that's actually in the picture rather than miles behind. So I'm going to brush him, give him a little brush him down, give him some texture. We're going to give him some real texture in a second. Have we managed to cover most of this passage up yet? In a green or three? Yep, right. I can cheat. Yeah. I've gone for a mid-green. I need more cadmium yellow. Let me go out for cadmium yellow today. Right. I'm going to brush it over that branch. I might put the branch back in. I just want to fill up the rest of the holes that I've got here. Maybe some of that mint green over that side. Wouldn't go amiss. There we go, yep. Look at that. Nice and gently, just gently touching it, pulling it down. Covering up that under the background. You've probably got white. There we go. Look at that. I've covered up my brown now as well. Oh well. I didn't want it there anyway. And then right at the bottom here, there's some very, very light, almost white, not white, just here. Look at that. Just in here, there's some, just where the sunlight is outside and it's catching the outside branches. Promise you it's there. It is. I'm going to go all the way up to this bit over here. Yeah, there we go. And I need to put that in the bottom. That's it. I need to put all those colours in the bottom. There we go. By the time it hits that bottom, it's already picked up some of it. And oh, bless you. That's it. Now we just need to do the same for the bottom. So from this it's about here, there's a water line. Right? There's a water line. So if you've got that lovely minty green there, yeah, you with me? We're up here, just by the water line, just above it. There's a really nice patch of light green, and this time, instead of pulling down or going up, you're going to be pulling straight across, if you don't mind. Straight across, and this, I'm just going to blend this right here. Yeah, a bit more liquid will help a bit slicker. But there is a mintier green, very much more minty. So it's your phthalo green, it's your phthalo, and your titanium white, and you just drag this across there. You okay? Are you following me?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Look at the mess I've made, eh?
You're the boss.
Am I? Oh, gee whiz. You are in trouble. Dear oh dear. Yep. So there's your phthalo green up to that tree line. It's a bit trickier to do with the fan brush, clean lines, but I'm sure you can do something. Right, there's a minty light black with that and the permanent crimson, or alizarin crimson, however they've got it on your order tube. I'm going to mix some yellow up. I'm still going to use that same brush. There we go. So first spot, I want more yellow. Maybe my brush is a bit clogged. I'm going to put some of that out, and I want to add that yellow. You right? Am I in trouble? No. Oh, he's in trouble. That's good. As long as that ain't me, I don't mind. There we go. I'm making a real bright yellow colour now. White, bit of white in there. There we go. Yellow, more on the yellow side. Actually, more yellow than that, isn't it? There we go. Yellow. Just want to pull that flat across there. And if you do it gently, it'll pull some of that paint off there for you. Or if it doesn't, we can talk to it. There you go. What do you need? Very, very bright, just on this, on the white side. There you go. Take that up to the water's edge. Just blend what's on the brush out towards the water's edge. There we go. Out there. Nice and flat. Bit of blue, bit of white, less green. Bit of blue, bit of white, less green. And I should be able to put in this at the background. There you go, right in between the two. Just brushing it through. Right, I've now got one of those greens, right, so the darker green, the one we just mixed up for instance, was a bluey green, and if you add, and I do mean the back end of this brush, a little dot into there, we can desaturate green by adding red. Red being its opposite in nature, red and green. It should flatten it out. It makes it a very dull colour because you're desaturating it, and that goes in right here. So it will be darker than that colour we just had. If we knock over our grass a little bit, never mind. We'll come back and we'll perk it back up again in a second. Yeah. But there is a where the lily pads and all that just suddenly stop. And the water is very flat out here where we can't see any movement in it. And you can't see any of the reflections because we're at the wrong angle. There you go. Some of that. You okay? You with me? No, not impressed with that one. Alright, that's fine. We can work on it. Right, so we've got that laying down nice and flat. Yeah? As flat as you can. What is vertical? As flat as you can. And I can't see if that's vertical. Sometimes you need to get back and go, he's drunk. It's not good, is it? Come on, it'll do. There we go. I'm showing you guys. I don't have to get it right. They always bought it. They always bought it. Right, I've got some of that colour in here. And yeah, we can add that to some of the trees. I've got some of that imprimatura, or the canvas coming through. You can block it in with this colour. Just tidy up where the brown might have got a bit away from the order. Any holes, this colour will fill that up for you. Lovely. How are we doing? 7 minutes to 3, if anyone needs to know. Yep. Okay. So I thought someone's going to have a look. No. Okay. I'm going to mix up some more yellow into that brush. And I'm going to put some lovely highlights in. Where should we put them? Behind the tree. So where you've got a dark object, it's really nice to put, in fact even brighter than that, I'm going to put some of that green out. I'm going to go straight into the yellow, just natural yellow, and see if I can place right next to some of that darkest bit, yellow. I want the brightest bits to appear right there. Right there. There we go. That's nice. Where else should we have them? On the other side of the tree. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yep. Yellow. Straight yellow. Some here. I know there's going to be some here. Just here. We can always go over this again next week if this is going a bit muddy for you. Don't worry. Clean your brush. Clean it all off in a tissue and then reapply the paint inside there. It'll work. So yeah, so on the bottom of that we did earlier, I'm just going to gently touch this, just gently, just around this edge where I know there's going to be some light because I'm putting it on later. There you go, just there, just there. You finding this easy, guys? Is it working? It's very silent. I've got this feeling it's not. You can have a video, I hope, so you can be able to watch it back and go, oh, that's what this sneaky guy did. He did something that I didn't do. That's okay. That's okay. So there's very bright bits just there. Just there. Just there. Just there. Bless you. Right. Let's do a little bit of something over here as well. There we go. Something over there. That continues over there somewhere. I think we got it. Have you got it? Yeah. And everywhere else is now going to get darkened. So there is a dark patch right here. everywhere. This is just phthalo green. Yep. Nice and thin, but we're going to pull straight down. It's important you pull straight down for now, and then I'll show you what we do after that. There we go. Really, really dark, because the light and the dark meeting is what I think makes this painting really something else. You might have to put liquid in there, make it move a bit. If your canvas is a bit dry or it's drinking it all. That's another reason why I cover it in that oil to start with. That blend of colour. The canvas drinks less. Again, just helps that gesso. If you gesso them, do an extra coat of gesso and they won't drink as much paint. It saves you money in the long run. Yeah, this is just the phthalo. Yeah. I'm dragging it down the same way we did with the fan brush. You can use a fan brush, you can use this brush. I am just trying to now carve out and wherever I've left some holes, I want to fill them up. Because I think I've got them sort of right. I hope. We'll find out. You can either use your fan brush or you can use a filter. Use a filter. Yeah, that works. Just leave the phthalo, just the phthalo there. If it's got any paint in it, you can pull that out on tissue, no problem. And with the dark over here, let's put some more dark here. There we go. Whichever's working for you, either pushing it, pulling it, up and down, doesn't matter. There we go. Just want to cover the rest of that canvas. Right here, it's dark right next to the water. Right here, right along this edge. It's a bit darker where the grass is and all that. Just there. And there's a lot of dark here. So let's merge those two together. Yep. Most people are going phthalo to the need more phthalo yet. There's a lot to be done here. Yeah, just pulling up and down on this. I know it takes a while this painting up, doesn't it? If you need some more, I've got some more over here. Just shout. I want to get you a painting, not me. I said, I want to get you guys doing this painting, not me. So it doesn't matter if I finish, but you know, I want to try and get you as finished as possible today. Yep. Phthalo me. Right. But now we've brought it all, I'm just going to bring them together a little bit. Yep, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Look at that. Look how much I'm not bringing that, just a little bit. There he goes. There he goes. Just a little bit. Up he goes. Right? Just a little bit. I just want to bring those two together. And there's a bit here. I think I didn't bring that up together enough to just gently Gonna brush now over the whole lot. Just gently. It's picked up some green. It's gonna mix it for me together. I don't have to do a thing. If it starts getting a bit too much, see I'm hardly touching it. It's really gentle. Really gentle. I'm just blending that together. I'm going to be careful with the tree though, because I don't want the brown coming out. Just a little bit careful around by that tree. But it will just softly blend this all together. Just softly. Knock it out if we've got too much. Especially this edge. You can bring it down a little bit or up is better. There we go. Oh, got something in there. Pick off the cameras. There we go. Good. Gently, gently, gently. We're going up a little bit. Not too high. The paint brings down for us. Just want to blend those two edges together and the whole lot a little bit this way. And it should look like it's streaking up and down, yeah? So I'm now going to just gently up and down. I'm mixing that together really gently, not hitting the ground. Otherwise it will make all sorts of sticks in our wall we don't want. Just gently. How's that? Everyone done it? Doesn't go up and down, it goes across. Because the water is very still out here and we can't see the reflection of the tree or anything else. It just lays flat. So I'm just going to gently, you can use that same brush, it's got some of the tones in it, that's fine. I am just gently blending those two together. Gently, gently, gently. Yep. I do mean gently. I don't want to put it too much, but I do want to create that water effect. And water is flat. Gently pulling as vertically as I possibly can. Sorry. Horizontally, you're right. I've got my rights and my lefts mixed up again. Or my lefts and my other lefts. You know what I mean? Good. Don't touch the brown. If you can start outside the brown, start outside the brown. Don't touch that brown. Otherwise it'll look like filthy leaves are floating around in it at the minute. We don't want that. Just gently. Just gently. Just gently. Maybe come back the other way, maybe. Just gently. How's your looking? Is it looking like? Yeah? Just gently. Just pushing the two together. And it really is a light touch here, folks. Really light. And you can blend this as much as you wish. And I'm then going to go just over the lightest parts, just down a bit more. Because I want that jaggedy, really soft, jagged marks that make it look like the tree is in the water, all being reflected. I haven't had to work very hard at it. Nor have you. That's a good sound. Nothing came back to me there. Yep. If you've got over your tree a little bit, maybe you want to touch that tree up a little bit. We can do that next time. We'll do that next time. Don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it now. We can repaint that in. How you doing? You almost got it? Have you got it? I know we're running out of time, I'm well aware. I don't mind going overtime a little bit, but because we're a little late, but I don't think you guys want to. I feel bad, but it wasn't all my fault. There was a tractor. I had one tractor. A caravan, yeah. 4 sets of traffic lights. Temporary ones, you know, the ones that really work really well. Yeah. Will it? I will leave a little bit later then. I mean earlier. I don't want to get stuck in that again, no. I really don't. Why do they decide to do roadworks when we're on holidays? Or when we're getting near the holiday time? Surely they could have done it earlier when it wasn't as hot and dark. I'm going to use the phthalo. Where am I? Just in this. Oh, I did do it, didn't I? Just wanted to make a bit more grassy just here. I'm just knocking it out again. Just a bit darker. It's just the phthalo and just a few spots. Especially where I've missed the canvas. I haven't managed to completely cover the canvas. There we go. And if you knock that grass, if you manage to catch that grass, we can just put that in with some light green. Yeah, if you manage to hit that grass, well, that's a bit bright, a bit darker. Blue. Yeah, if you manage to, where that tree is, if you manage to knock the brown into that grass, you can just put the grass back in. There you go. Just going to pull up with a fan brush. Just a little bit, give you an idea that there's some grass here. Lovely. Green muddy bank. You've got that phthalo, you've got that really dark phthalo. I've missed a bit right here, which is the water line. I'm going to keep this as flat as I possibly can, just here. Vertical. You've got that bit in this brush, so if you want to mark some of them, more out, here they come. One here. Yeah, I'm making the colour, smashing it, and then I'm going to put some of that in where the nearer texture is. So at the moment we painted the underside of most of these. We painted the far side. If you want to bring some of them over the top, the nearer ones, I'm just putting the fan brush and smashing that paint into it. and then I'm dropping it down because it leaves a lovely texture, just like this. And you're welcome to come and see it. You can do this at home, please do, you're more welcome. It's more about the texture on this bit. I've already got colours on. This is just about some texture of some of these limbs that are coming down. Come here, come on in. Yes, no worries at all. So you can see that, put down and texturise this. This brush has got the reverse of that, but there's a little branch there, for instance, and you want to come over the top of that. There he goes. And although this week I'm just texturising it, you can use, you could use, I didn't think of using it, the impasto medium in here. See, no, this is just texture. No, this is the texture for next week. So if you haven't done this little bit, you might need it next week. At least you've seen how to do it. You can go home and you can play and you can make a mess and you can, or you can get it perfect. I'll be very jealous if you get it perfect the first time. But that's okay. You do you. Oh, there's enough. I'm sure there is. I tell you what, it's only practice. It is only practice. Promise you. This is practice. And if you, but if you want to mix in impasto medium into this, it'll become even more texturised than that. Is that okay? So those branches, I don't know where this one comes out, it would go there and then it would come down. And we need to go home, don't we? You guys are ready to pack up. No problem. We can do that. Alright? So let's look at homework. You want me to do it again? No worries. So after I've done the smashiness in there, I'm thinking where the limb goes, and then I'm going to trace it down. And it will get thinner here. There you go. And if I do it in a brighter colour, just for you, there it goes. And you can even move them around a bit if you want. Just some of these limbs are just very, very fine. Is that alright? There's some, no, that's it, there is some orange bits. Now, there is. Just in here. You don't have to do this, you can take it home, take the orange home, or don't do it all. I'll bring the orange back next week. I was just going to texturise some of these leaves to make them something different, okay? It's all I've done. Just because I felt bad about not using the orange. There you go. That's enough. That'll do. Yeah, you want to smash some of that orange in there, you can. Go for it. Some back there for some reason. Yeah. There we go.